Hello, hello. Good morning, everyone. It's London time again. We are back again, and we are happy to be back as well. So, a little bit early, but let's see. How's it going, guys? I like it that we've been consolidating in Asia on Nasdaq um, from yesterday morning. Oh, we're just breaking it already. Oh, look at that. That's interesting. And walk using the event horizon. You see that? It's literally giving you a range. It's literally a range you can really use. So now we're below it. We're gonna you can literally grade this as a range as well. ICT went over a range as well in this area, I believe. I did see the thing that he did yesterday, and well, he called it again. And he also mentioned how with the BPR, and then underneath that BPR, he used that range as a gradient, but I sort of like gotten used to grade this area. I'm gonna do it now just to see. You just find your own ways what works for you. You just have to try it out a few things and then see if it works. And then sometimes it works and sometimes it don't, and you move on. You try something else. But I just like to do that. I like to test things. So I've been grading this area. So well, I call ping pong Monday and Tuesday, right? So let's see if we have any. If you grade this area, that's what. Let's see. Um, if you grade this midpoint here. Well, look at that. Look how beautifully it works, right? With the 1/3 levels. It's just beautiful. So yeah, for me, these are very important ranges I use a lot. Um, and walk to event horizon. So I'm gonna keep reading them. Here we go. I'm gonna open the door. You'll see me do that all the time, but open, close, because it's that kind of weather. It's sort of like summer, but when it's cloudy and raining, it sort of like gets a bit chilly, and then it gets too warm again. It's like spring in Europe, but sometimes you dress and then. But anyway, not important to talk about that. I guess we're here for other things, right? We're here to talk charts, Iris. Don't talk about weather. Okay. Oh, here we go. Okay, so we are moving already. We are breaking out of this range, right? And we're in the 150 macro. Well, obviously I just got on, so I'm not in any trade right now. Let's go. Just doing some. I thought I'd let me get on so we can do analysis together a little bit earlier. Let me go to the 5-minute here. So this large box, the sandbox, is the 15-minute inversion I left on. Let me show you. Oh my God. Are you kidding me? Sorry guys, I need to attend to this wall. Okay, there's world peace again. Thank God. All sorted now. Okay, so I graded this 15-minute let me see. Yes, it was this one here. Was it the 15-minute? Doesn't look like it, does it? But I think it was supposed to be the 15. Let me quickly. Again, no text. You should not do that. You know that. Getting lazy. What was I grading? Was it the 1 hour? It was very significant. I remember that, and you can see it now. How it's bouncing off that level. I think it was the 15. Yeah, it had to be the 15. Let me see. I did it yesterday, so yeah, there's a gap here, so we include that. And then this one is wrong here. This one needs to go here. Okay, then it's fine. So basically, it's an inversion now, right? So we want to see it respond as a. Here we go. So this is the 15-minute, and this is a 1 minute breaker. I'm always leaving that on, a 1 minute, because especially if it's not tested yet, at some point they use that breaker as a, or, I didn't look at the price action in the afternoon, but we did not test it. One breaker, did we not? Yeah, this level has not been tested yet. Okay, I'm going to leave that on for now. Okay. Let's see. So here I graded the event horizon to the next NWOG, and we also have a large 15-minute inversion. Let's see what's happening. Midnight is here. Daily open is here. Settlement price, previous day high. We did not make it to previous day high. Okay, we did the afternoon. Did we take out the previous day high before that? Let me check. No, we did not, right? Let me quickly do that. You need to go. You need to go. Okay, we did take out previous day high. Yes, we did. Okay. Weekly open, not. Okay, that's enough for now. I want to have a look at the monthly again. So yesterday I mentioned that the monthly TGIF, right? So we go into the monthly 20 to 40%. I think we went over the 40% yesterday. And you know, it's month end, so settlement price, when they close the books, it's like settlement has 2 days prior to a date. For example, if the market's last day is Wednesday, settlement is Monday. So obviously they want the prices as high as possible. So they bring it up, they close the books, and now they can drop it, right, in the last 2 days of the month. That's how they manipulate the prices as well. So I believe we are over the, I think we went higher than the 40% yesterday. We can go, because we're not going into that wick apparently now. Yeah, here we go. Let me see the weekly. How are we doing on the weekly? So what you can see now, what is happening, the price went above it, but the interesting thing, it can always wick above it. You see the body will go below the 40% again, right? So we made a high. Now I don't know if we're going to go higher. It could be, because we're getting an inside. It looks like an inside day now, inside week even on the weekly. But the 40% is here at 942. 942. 942. I'm going to get rid of you. 942. Okay, so on the daily that we had the body closed above it though. No. So who knows? We might go higher. This looks like it, right? We might go retrade in the. It looks like. I mean, if I'm looking at the daily chart now, I'm getting actually a little bit bullish. We're just going manipulate a wick to the downside to go up later on. We closed here. Where did we open? I want to see the open price of the daily candle. We closed at 96275. We opened higher than the close here. So the open is higher than this. That's actually bullish. So let's see if we can find any PD arrays in this. I'm going to mark, I just want to see, I'm going to mark this. Oh, we don't have a fair value gap yet. Let me go one leg lower, and I want to see if we have any PD arrays in this area to see how far downward we can go, right? If it's going to go up again. So we want to know, like, what's the last line in the sand if we are going to be. Okay. Well, I guess I'm going to start with the OTE levels. So I want to figure out, like, if we go down, if I when until when am I not going to be bullish anymore, right? Because I'm bullish right now, but I could be totally wrong. Early in the morning, maybe not enough coffee. So let's have a look. Start with OTE small. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna go one leg lower. Okay, do we have a change in state delivery? Yes, we do. I'm gonna make it a little bit smaller. Here we go. So we don't need this part to calculate. Okay. Wow. Okay. You see, if I calculate it this way, it's just beautiful. Technically, we can stay bullish until the midpoint of the N walk. 7.2. This is a sweet spot. What is 702 with normal calculation? So midpoint N walk. I can remember that. I don't need any. Okay. 702 is there, but there doesn't work. Okay. So you see how I calculated a little bit differently, right? I use just like change in state delivery right over here. So this don't need this anymore. This is the midpoint of the day, so I think we have quite some room to the downside. I think yeah, let's just hey Spence, how are you doing? How's it going? How are you doing? Just want to get my bias correct for the session at least. The midnight is below us now, but are we ready to really go down? Okay, this is that 1 minute break. I just want to see if we're gonna break that. Is my sound is my sound on, guys? I just want to double check. Let me just check quickly. Yeah, it is. Let's just, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm always happy to be back. I just love doing these sessions. London is actually becoming one of my favorite sessions to also stream, because it gives me so much insight for the rest of the day, and I just like the London session. So I'm always happy to start. So, but not any trades on yet. Just doing some analysis and looking at the market. So also on my high time, I use the 22 and the 1.75. Let me see exactly. Cement price was at 225 here, and also the body didn't go higher. When I calculate the manipulation range, only the body, I used 25 levels on the 1.25, 2.25, and again here you see how accurate it is. Really gives me a sense of direction. Now, if we're going to retrace from that level, like normally you would retrace from 2.5 to 1.5, right? So let's say now we also want a retracement into this area somewhere. But it might go lower, right? We can go all the way, but I don't know why I would do that. It's quite, oh, actually we have a change in state a little here. Let me put this one on. Let me just make it a little bit smaller. I just want to see if this makes more sense now, to be honest. Yeah, look at that. 702 is exactly on the level here. 676. Okay, now let's see where we're going to go retrace to. I'm going to leave this on. We could retrace exactly from 1.5 here or at 0.5. And 1.5 here, this is the midpoint of that 15-minute inversion. Okay. Okay. Got my levels a little bit, got some idea, but if I see price going below event horizon, that makes me bearish, right? Especially when we've been ping-ponging between, for example, whole Asia has been ping-ponging above the event horizon. So once we are below it, so that's why I use them a lot. It gives me direction. Like, okay, now we're going in the direction of the other end walk. And we also have some OTE levels here that I think now are sort of accurate, maybe. And on the lower time frame, I want to see some more PD arrays here where I'm going to narrow it down a little bit. I'm going to narrow it down. What time is it? 10 past 2. Okay. Now, what have we done in this macro? I'm always measuring this macro, and I'm marking. This is 155. Okay, this is important. I'm gonna mark this one here. Okay, this is the 150 macro. I'm gonna have that on. I think we're gonna go break this one here. 208. I think this is a short. I'm gonna do a paper trade short just to get to warm up. I've seen that yesterday happen as well. That's why I'm sort of like it retested a bearish fair value gap just at the end of a macro, and I'm just, I'm gonna be bold. This is a long trade. Let me see, 7677. I'm gonna take it all the way down. I think this is gonna be the London trade. I might be too far. No, I'm gonna do it differently. Hold on. See, I haven't got all my PD arrays yet. I don't want to take it too far. I know this is 677 is a good area, but let's see. Well, yeah, I'm going to 677. It's a long trade. I might have to be patient. Oh, I'm going to do it until here. Here we go. Now, I saw this yesterday. At the end of macro, we already were downward, so the 152.10 macro is already down. I've been tracking the 152.10 macro for quite a while, and the only thing that I don't like is that we've got this fair value gap above us, which they utilize a lot, but it seems to be bearish. Let me see. I just want to see the S&T. Now it could bounce from here already, right? Because it doesn't need to go all the way down. Yeah, maybe this is a better spot. You know, I'm not. This is, you cannot do a trade like this when you just wake up. You need to have more information. Don't do that. Don't get too cocky. See, this is something those are trades, those long ones. You have to have everything lining up. You already have so much data. Not when you just start. You take it little bit by little. This is a safe bet. Because why? If we retrace from a higher time frame PDRA, it goes back standard 1 to 150, right? So why would I go lower now? Because it could bounce from here again to go higher. So I'm not going to take that risk. It could already go higher now. Yeah, we'll see. Like I said, I don't like it at this one, but look, it's already, if you stick, we're in it, then we go out of it and we wick into it, then we go away from it. So, but we're in that 1 minute break that mark. So I should have waited for that 1 minute break to it, but we'll see. This is, this was my entry because I saw this happen at the end of a macro. We're still in a macro, and I think it's a continuation, but let's see if I'm wrong. 214. So I don't want it to go over this level here. My stop should be a little bit higher, by the way. I see. Why? Because there's a wick here. Is it high enough? Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, this invalidates my trade here. This wick went into a gap. If it goes above this wick, it's invalidated. So it's 50 ticks. That's okay. Not too much. I'm not in a, this is not no trade on my evaluation or funded. Nothing. It's just paper. This is how I wake up, guys. I just look if I'm on track, if I'm reading the market correctly, and not putting my money on the line. Now let's look at the higher time frame. This doesn't look like it's there. Do you think it can go below this? It's gonna break this. I don't know. Might be wrong. We took out Asia, I see. We took out Asia. We're in that 1 minute breaker. It's an untested breaker. That's why I have it on my chart. It's untested, totally untested. So then that's why I leave them on. Yeah. Let's see if we can get a yeah, I think it's going higher a little bit, but I still think it's going lower. Hope it goes down. Asia consolidated all session. Well, that's actually, Spence, that's really nice when Asia consolidates all session. That's what you want, actually. That's healthy. Yeah, I'm going to be stopped out. That's okay. Or not. Let's see. You know, if I look at this structure, like if you have a, you want your breaker higher, right? Because if this will be your structure to go off of, you want your inversion. Well, this will be your let's say you're bullish, you want a turtle soup. So I don't trust this structure too much. Why? I could be stopped out, but this is your turtle soup here. Then you have your inversion, but that's your inversion is exactly a breaker. So that's why I think it's a very weak structure to be bullish. On the other hand, it doesn't go below midpoint of the breaker, so I can frame it both ways now. Spence, it already knows what it's going to do. There's no, for the algo, there's no question. They already know what they're doing. They're either manipulating or just, there's no buying or selling pressure. The algo knows exactly where it wants to go, and it just knows how to entice us to go short when we should go long and differently. I do think that those EMAs, they sometimes when I get a new chart on my TradeOfate, it comes automatically, and I just leave them on because I don't really use them. But for a short-term bounce, for exactly like this, they do help, right? Because it's sort of like when it touches it, it always gives like a sort of reaction. Now I wouldn't trust it too much for a long, but you can take like a scalp or something from them. I just trust this more than an EMA. Like if I see this, but look, the range is quite. If I see the event horizon being below us, after we've been consolidating, but even this range is still quite big, right? It could still go up to this level here. Look, we have a gap here. So it could still go up, right? We've got some equal highs here. So it bounced off the 1 minute breaker that I highlighted. So this is like the retest. Like okay, let's see. So I'm still more bearish than bullish, but we have to be careful. I can frame it both ways, as you can hear it. But the chart is showing me more bearish than bullish. But if I look at the 1 minute, I'm like, oh, you could still go up. But the higher time frame is telling me bearish. Now, if people are using this as a breaker, I think that's a very weak breaker in the sense because you don't have here, you have sort of an inversion here, but it's sort of like in the same area, right? You don't have any space between your breaker and your inversion, which you normally want to see a little bit. And the 150 to 210 macro is sort of like, I'm just wondering if this is the manipulation. Let's see, am I missing something? Manipulation distribution on the 1 hour. Because you always have accumulation, manipulation, distribution. Spence, honesty, I'm trying to figure out what is the accumulation and the manipulation. If we are if this was the manipulation move and we're already going up, could be because we. $221. I don't know if there's much more business to the upside. I'm just wondering. Like, for example, what I said about the settlement and closing the books, right? So they close the book. The settlement price for closing the books at the end of the month is always 2 days prior to the last day of the month. So what is the last day of this month, right? There is Thanksgiving on Thursday. So Wednesday would be the last settlement price, right? So what was the day that they have to close the prices they use for that's Monday, right? So yesterday they jacked it up to that high, right? And they closed the books very, positively, because you need the settlement price is 2 days prior. So would they bring it much higher now? Maybe one more level just to fool us, thinking they go down, right? consolidation, accumulation, manipulation, distribution. But yeah, I would love to see it go here in this area, here a little bit lower. Let's say the midpoint of this 15-minute inversion, and then go back up, maybe. We'll see. Oh, we have a lot of news today, right? We have a lot of news today. So yes, that looks. We're gonna have a nice day. Well, let's go over different scenarios. Let's go over the IPTA levels again. Just want to show the IPTA. What do we have left for PD arrays in the IPTA? This wick here, right? This one daily wick. That was levels that I was looking at. I'm just gonna. I have to leave my. I have to leave this on. So this wick here, I'm gonna grade it again. That was a wick that I had on yesterday. Like, okay, we could go up there. So we could still go up there, right? But I'm going to be stopped out. Yes, here we go. Okay, I'm stopped out. That's okay. I need to journal that and see why I was wrong. Why did it not go down? See, this is what I like about when I paper trade and I'm wrong. I don't mind because you learn most from your trades that you're wrong, right? Because I reverse engineer everything. Okay, so this wick would be for the upside. Then above that, what do we have? Then maybe this here. Then, but so this could be the breakaway gap, measuring gap, and then this is just maybe, well, we have a little bit of a tap that could go into it. Okay, so that's that for the upside. But do we have more up here? Well, could, but why would it, right? Breakaway. Well, we have finalized the range though. Let's see. This could be a potential breaker, a bullish breaker on the daily, right? Okay, and then on the downside, we don't have much PD arrays left, but what do we have? The same thing. A wick here, right? We don't have anything left except that wick here in the IPTA 60. Right over here. It's this level, so it's either the only PD arrays that I see. Well, on the lower time frame there are a lot of PD arrays, but it's just a bunch of imbalances, right? A wick is just a bunch of imbalances, and the market doesn't do anything else than balances out imbalances and seek liquidity. So a wick is just a lot of imbalances, and that's why it takes so long. If you're on a large wick, you see then you have this price going up and down, up and down, up and down, and slow. It's not. You have this low resistance or high resistance when it's working its way down into the wick. It's a rejection block until it becomes liquidity, right? So that's how you have to see the wick. That's how I see them. That's how I interpret it. Let me put it that way. So yeah, and then that's why it works through these levels. So it could go up, yes, here, or we go down. Now, the question is on the 4-hour. Let's go back. Where did we open? Open 902.25. Where did we close? 901.50. So the open is lower than this close. So my question is this a continuation 4-hour candle to the downside? Hey, V33, how are you? Is this going to be a continuation move? So every move to the upside now I'm considering is that the manipulation move of the 2 o'clock 4-hour wick. So I'm just thinking like that's why I got in here because I thought, okay, we're gonna go in, but I might have had my stop too low, even though I used a wick. There is equal highs above us, right? On the 1 minute, you can see that. So, and they have engineered liquidity here. So maybe we are going higher. So we're just forming our 2 o'clock 4-hour wick here to continue lower. Yeah, because we have 1 point, yeah, it just doesn't make, it's too low. You know, we are between an end walk and event horizon. So this would be a very weird 4-hour candle for me if it would reverse here. You understand what I'm saying? If you see this 4-hour candle, what do you think is going to happen? Yeah, it would be more likely for me that this would be a 4-hour continuation to the downside. Who agrees? Who sees in this 4-hour candle a continuation candle? I'm just curious. Let me go to the 1 hour. Do you have a wick here with the flat bottom? Yeah. Yeah. So it's just we're just creating that. That's what I think. We're just creating that wick here. So it could take some while. It could take a while. Yeah. So that's why you always have like a high. Like if you want to look for a high in London before we go down, it's always between 230 and 4-ish, 430-ish, right? Because that is the wick. If you're bearish, that is the wick you're looking for to enter here. So I'm actually looking to enter above, as long as that's now because I got stopped out, I have to adjust. Okay, if I'm going to enter, I could still be wrong though, but what would invalidate my trade? I think if we go over the event horizon, but it's also the midpoint of this one here. So for me, that is the event horizon when we get here and we really are going to soar above it. I'm like, okay, I'm wrong. We're going to go up. But, and if I would be wrong, for example, if I would take the trade as a long, I have to flip if we see a turn here. But let's see if it's going to go. Look, every retracement on a higher time frame is a full market maker buy model on the lower time. So we could have a full market maker. Where do we have original consolidation? Right over here. We could go all the way back up to, like what I said. I don't like it that this one is here. Why? Because I know that this is the first presented fair value gap of the afternoon session. And this one, this macro works very well with this one. So let's see. There's also a little gap in here, but I don't know. We'll see. Just have to keep an eye on it because we could go slam down already. Yeah, it's not bullish, but we could go up to go down, right? That's it. Let's look at the 3-minute here. Suspension. This is a suspension block. Now, this also looks like a balanced price range, right? This here. Here on the 15, here to here. This whole area here. Well, literally this whole 15 minutes. Do you have a gap here? Do we need to go down? Balanced, buy side, sell side. We have a full, this whole 15-minute block is actually balanced, but we are below this already. But ICT also mentioned that this was balanced, so we are stuck. We're like, okay, what? They're both balanced. This is balanced. This is balanced. So what are you gonna be here all day? 230. Yeah. So this was a nice for a long targeting this to a scalp. 222. Breaker. Didn't go below the breaker. We're in that 1 minute breaker that wasn't retested, so it's sort of like doing its functioning as a 235. 15 macro. Anyone long? 80. 236. Wait, take my notes. Yeah, so Asia. You might take Asia high somewhere in the afternoon, right? Or maybe in the morning. Asia high. Will they do it now? After they So we went below Asia at 12:30ish. Then we retest at midnight and we're going lower into London. Looks like continuation to me for London, but what time is it now? 2:30ish. We had 2:30. Where's 2:30? We created here this fair value gap above this one here. Choo-choo, choo-choo. 2:30, 3, 4. Are we bullish? Are we going to go up from here? What is the low? Previous day. Is this that 1 minute break? Is that my low in that 15 minute? Could be. Tuesday. Asia. Yeah, Asia's above us. We took out Asia low. Where was it? 2 a.m. Was it 2 a.m. already below Asia? Yes, we were below Asia. We're inversing this one now. Yeah, so I guess maybe we should be long for a while. Maybe this is the low of London session. See, it's respecting that breaker. We're out of that 15-minute inversion already. But how high are we going to go? Let's say if this is the high. I don't trust it for a long too much. I don't know. It's 239. Is this the low? Are we going to take Asia high now? No, we cannot because we took Asia. No, that's only possible when we take out Asia in this session here. We already took Asia here, so it doesn't make sense for that. I don't have it in my journal about. We have to take Asia high in the London session, in Asia low in the London session. We didn't take Asia low in the London session. We take Asia low at 12:30. So we're in continuation. I think we're in a continuation. No, like I said, this is the 4-hour wick where we are forming now, and obviously we're going up. And I wonder if we're just going to go up here. I think it's almost a safe long up to the first presented here, but I wouldn't take it too much higher than this one here. 10 points to this little gap. If you're long, if it taps here, boom, you just enter your stop below the, it's a 121. Let me do it. What time is it? 2:40. I have to wait now, but I'll put it on just to showcase. Let's say it taps here. I use the 150 here. And TP is, it's a 121. I would do it. Most likely, we'll have to wait to the macro. Yeah, you okay? I'll just leave it on because I don't think it should go below anyway, even though we have still 10 minutes to go. I wouldn't do this on my, like this on my trade, but I don't think it will go below it. So even if we go here, take it a little bit lower because of the, I don't want it to go over the event horizon, which is here. 190, but it could. Okay, let's see if I'm wrong. I don't mind because it's where I learn. Are you gonna go over? I mean, I'm gonna grade the body of this candle. 0.5. Okay, we need to go over. Where's 0.5? Here. 924. Okay, I'm gonna lower my 924. Don't might not even reach that. Let's see. It's literally a 1-to-1. It's just a scalp. Now again, this one here, 219, 230, 230. Open my account. I'm sure my account is open. I think I want to get a quick coffee. You know, this mint tea always makes me it gets a little bit boring at some point if you drink it. Mm. Oh, by the way, I see 0.5, and maybe it's too high. Maybe I should. It's more than less than a 1-to-1. Let's see if it doesn't go higher than 917, which that's right over here. Now we did tap into in the 4-hour fair value gap, right? If we go higher, this becomes a potential bullish breaker, or bearish breaker in the future. If we go lower again, like if we go higher, we create a high, and we go low again, then this becomes a bearish breaker. Is that what we're doing? Could be. Mm, boom. Okay. Now let's see. It's going to be first presented. Hey, S&P Charger, how are you doing? Oh, you're long from 885. Oh, you took the here in the 1 minute breaker. So you think we're going higher? S&P Charger knows what he's talking about. Yeah, this was an untouched breaker, so I put it on the chart, and you see how beautifully it just respected the midpoint. And this is a 15-minute inversion. So, but then again, I'm like, if I'm looking at this 4-hour, I'm just thinking we're creating the manipulation wick to the for a continuation move to the downside. So this is what I thought that we might go down from here. That's actually what I was thinking. That was actually my thesis. Because when I got short the first time, I said, I don't like that this one around here. I think we're going to want to see this retested. And I got in and I got stopped out. And yes, see what it does. It taps into this one right now. So I'm thinking we're going down from here because I'm thinking this is going to be the manipulation wick of 4-hour. But on the other hand, if you calculate it this way, we could have enough liquidity to go back all the way up, right? Yeah, it's not rejecting, it's going on. 995 is the target. So are you thinking I'll go back to into the N walk? Yeah, I think you're right. Looking at the behavior now. Let's see. I don't know. I'm just not. I just don't like this long. So we went from 225 back to 1. Yeah, we did reverse enough, I guess, for this move. 220, 250 to 150, so it could be enough. We did have a retracement, so I guess so, right? We went into this level here. I think it's going to go back to settlement price then. Because it's going to take Asia. So you think Monday is low of the week? Ah, we've got two large wicks. Either on the we've got on the daily. I'll show you. Go to the daily, and they're both in the. Oh shit. I see this is a target here. So if we're going to go up, we have this wick here, daily wick to go into. We also have a wick here, right over here. So these are my two targets, but we also have a gap here. So once we start going down, I already have some levels here, but for the upside, but you think we're going to go over this wick then, S&C charger? You're going to see we're going to go work our way through the wick and then go up. Could be. Everything's possible. I'm still a little bit bearish for this session, in all honesty, but yeah. I'm still more bearish than bullish, to be honest. So that's why I'm not anticipating in that long. I really want, yeah, I think we're in this 4 hour, I think we're forming the wick to the downside. 247. See, I want to see we're below, exactly, we're below the event horizon. Yeah, see? So I want, this actually should have been my entry for a short. But yeah, we're going to this end walk here, 857. 250, or is it a retest? Yeah, I'm more bearish than bullish. I said I want this area to be retested, but on the other hand, I can also see a bullish breaker now being retested. So I can frame it both ways now. I see bullish structure, but I'm bearish. Okay, I like this. Look at this. This is bear. This, we're in a macro where are we testing a bearish fair value gap that just has been printed. Let's see. I just want to make sure that this macro, this is an important fair value gap. I really need to watch this one now. I want this one to be, this is too much of a retest for me now to be bullish, but I'm bearish, but I cannot go in a short with this structure right now. Does that make sense? If I'm seeing bullish structure and I want to be bearish, and I'm staying bearish. Yeah, I think I think this is enough. But I just want to, I need this to be taken. I just need this. I need confirmation that this is a retest of. I really think we're forming the 4-hour manipulation wick. This whole move up was just, we're in a 4-hour we're forming this wick here to have a continuation candle. It looks bullish. Thank you, Deptan. Hey, I ain't touching this. Everything is telling me like, hey, if I can swing it both ways, I know I have to stay out. But I'm not. I can. They're fooling the longs. They're fooling the shorts. They're fooling everyone. But I'm not bullish at all. I cannot be bullish. But I see bullishness. See, with this wick, they took out this liquidity already, right? So does it have to go above again? This is bullish. This wick here was bearish, and now it's gone higher, creating more large wicks. Did we have news in London? I don't think so, right? What date is it today? Did you take a partial SMC charter? Did you have more, or you just stopped out in general? It was a nasty move. No, we don't have anything. It's, so for me, when I see the event horizon and going up and down, I know I have to stay out. I just know because we've been doing so much in this area already between the end of the event horizon. It just doesn't. How do I go back now? Yeah, I think I'm going short here. A little bit higher here. And my TP, where was my TP? 855. Yeah, I'm going to go 855. If we go in this, I'm going to enter. I'm not in yet. I need a little bit more confirmation. What's the midpoint of this wick? Let me quickly. Okay, here we go. I think it's 256 now. We are below. Let's see, I'm going to go a little bit lower. 1 hour. Yeah, okay. I'm ready to enter, I think. Gonna go 1 micro. Oh, fuck, are you not open? Shit. I'm sorry, pardon my language. Maybe it's a good thing. The NQ god is preventing me from getting in. But I'm bearish, as you can see. I want to get in that trade. Fuck. Let's see. I want to get in that trade. I think it's gonna make a run down. I think we're gonna get low. Are we gonna get a low resistance? This bothers me a little bit, this one here. And it could be enough. And we're not, yeah. I wonder if it's a short. Let's see. I'm not in. It's too much doubt. And when doubt, stay out. We're still in this fair value. Oh, look at that. Well, we could go in here. But at 256, we are bouncing off a very important fair value gap. So that's actually bullish, right? But do you trust it with all these levels being wicked in and out? You cannot. The FU algo is on. So you have to be very careful. I'm more bearish than bullish, but technically I cannot really. I see more bullish structure on the lower time frame, but I'm bearish higher time frame. Yeah, it's going to stop me out again. This is very bullish when you have like a retest at 256, right? I'm going to be stopped out, I think, even though I put above the midpoint of this wick. But let's see. But when you see this, it's already your key. You already know it's a bullish. That's in a macro, right? um, it's just retesting the breaker here. Let's see at three past three. What it's going to do? It's going to make a move up. I want to see one more retest. If it's going to retest this one again, I'm just getting out of that trade, and I might even switch it for a scalp to the upside. Might just reverse it. It's still below. So we rejected in this wick here, right? So we just rejected. This was a rejection. So I want a little bit more rejection here, but. Oh, S&C Charter, you got in at 885, so you trailed. You got stopped out when in your trading, right? So that's okay. So you had profits already on that trade. See, what I don't like about this price action is that it creates one wick and this one rejects in this wick. Now it's creating another wick. This one is rejecting this wick, right? So then I'm already questioning myself. Is it going to take this out in this? Even though it wants to higher, is it going to do that in this macro? Or is it going to disrespect everything here? Go down one more leg and then go up? Oh, NQ, you're trying to fool us. Are you trying to give us a headache today? Are you going to give us a headache in London with this erratic behavior? You even stopped out SMC Charter. Hey, and we know he knows his levels. So you're in a good mood, I guess, NQ. I guess you're in a good mood. Choo, 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 choo. I guess you're having a good time today. Aren't you? Ugh. Yeah, we do have this gap here still. Well, we already went in it. For Asia above us, let me see. Asia is above us, but we took out low at 150. It's gonna go to the 5 minutes. I want to see how the 5 minute is looking. So technically we took Asia high here, Asia low here, and then we moved one leg lower. The question is, could we go into the midpoint of this area here? Look, we got a little gap here as well. Yeah, I do think we're going to go one leg lower. I just can't. It's too easy to go up now. Check out this. Where's the midpoint of? Let me calculate Asia. This is the midpoint. We are below the midpoint now. Bodies are not even above the 25 anymore. Yeah, I think this is a good trade. It's a fucking difficult trade though, to be honest. It's not a nice, it's a horrible trade. I think top London worst trade sessions, this is it, NQ, you're in the top 3 for this one. You made it to the top worst. You annoying. Okay, I'll be decent. I'll use nice language today. I'm on stream. I cannot say what I want to say to you today. So, you little rascal. You're annoying. Yeah, I'm bearish. I'm still bearish. I've been bearish since the start for this session, but fucking hard trade. You make me look stupid. Okay, there you go. I want to see this broken. You're making me doubt myself. I have to see you shrink because of you. Let me see. Yeah, I think there's one more leg to the downside, and I know it looks like it's not done to the upside, right? I mean, that's sort of like. But you think we are going to go one leg deeper? There we go. What time is it? See, it does everything outside macro. It's always like the last minute. But I really wanted to go, before I really am convinced, I wanted to go below this level here, below the purple box. And not spike up again. So it's just a retest, 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 retest. And it just takes out both long and shorts, longs and shorts, longs and shorts. Okay, we are below the 3. Okay, we printed 3 o'clock now. Where is our 2 o'clock? Where is 2 a.m.? 2 a.m. is below us. We printed 3. Let me go to the 1 hour quickly. Let me just see my 1 hour. Oh, okay. So when you're stuck between 2 wicks, that's always nasty price action. You have to be very, very careful, because what's going to happen now? We're going to go into this wick and go back up again. Go into this wick. So this is typically seek and destroy. So if we're going to measure this wick now, you'll see it will not run all the way down now, because it's just going to make stop, or not, maybe not, but typically with the large wicks, that's why we spent quite a bit of time here, right, in this wick here. So from 2 a.m. we've just been doing this. So I put this trade, but I'm not entering this trade on my evaluation or account. I'm not, because of this wick. I might just take it to this level here, 896. That's it. I would not even risk anything lower at the moment. So it's just gonna wick. And maybe once it's done that, maybe 2 or 3 times, then I might, when it goes back up, then I might consider that long on my account, because then it's done its job here. Let's see how it reacts. Let's see how fast it moves. I just want to see how it reacts at these levels, because I'm still bearish, and I actually want to take it. You know, I've been bearish since the start, but I just don't want to be stuck in be wicked out, like on a large wick or something. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Again on this level here, it should start. I think it will break, and I think it will be a very fast run. But when is it going to be? Maybe the 410, the 350, 410 macro, or maybe at 320. Let's see. See, the 4 hour is selling up beautifully. I like it. This is a beautiful. I don't know. It's doing it, but don't want it to go back up now. Haha. Okay, what have we been doing on the 1 hour? I need to see those levels. Um, so I like it that we are below the event horizon again. The wick is through here. We have the lower wick here. Now the question is, are we going to use this whole hour to play in this wick, right? That's my question. So we are 313. Are we just going to go up and down this wick, or are we to touch it 1 time, 2 times, and then just blast off? Let's see. Let's see if I can find something. Okay, I like it. We've got a large displacement coming. Let's see where we're going to go. I cannot end. There we go. I like that. I like that. Let's see how you are going to react with the 0.5. If it's not going to blast through, I'm just going to enter because then it's like, well, it's done. It's done its job. We're going to go down. Oh, yes, we are. It's ready to go. Are you ready to fall? I think so. We're ready to fall now. Okay, so it touched the 0.25, so we might get one more little spike to the upside. Are you done then? Are you done? The foolish games? Come on, I'm cute. Just go down, for heaven's sake. Got a little gap here as well, 846. For me, on days like this, I only play it to end walk to event horizon, but there might be levels before, right? So you have to. That's why I put it. I already put it here, but let's see. I need to find PD arrays on the low time frame. If it if it goes down. Um, you see how nasty it is? It just wicks off the bottom, still goes up. So nasty. <clears throat> 815. Wow. Now, how many times have we tested this 1 minute breaker? 1, 2, 3 times. It's an old one. It wasn't untested. Three o'clock. Are you going to go down now? Are you going to do it now? What? Are you going to go up first? Good morning. Hello, Abdul. How are you doing? Is everybody falling asleep? So this orange one is the first percent fair value gap in the London session, right? So it printed in the 151, and we have a gap in this one here. So, well, this is what you get from wick to wick, right? On the hourly, we had 2 large wicks from back and forth. So, and you know, it took it all the way to the almost to the bottom of this one. Like it almost made you think, okay, we're gonna go, right? But it did not, and now it's going back, went up into this, gonna go higher now. Well, let's see what it wants to do now. That's why I said, are we gonna use, is this gonna be it for the whole hour, for the 3 to 4 o'clock? Is it just um, um, is it going to make its move at the 350 to 410 macro? Let's see, maybe it runs on 20 to 40. Again, bullish structure. A breaker here with a gap here. We're going to retest that before going up. I'm doing fine. I'm always happy to be back. Abdul, I just said it in the beginning as well. Like, I'm always happy when it's well, not Monday, but start of the day. I'm like, okay, let's go put on a stream and start the day doing some analysis and looking at the markets. Besides the bush, this is also my happy place. But the bush is my first place where it's my happy place, and the second place behind. It sounds weird, but I really enjoy tape reading. I really like it. I really like looking at the charts and going over stuff. Now, I did notice, I don't mind if it's price action like this during London, because you know you have all day, right? So you're sort of like preparing and you see like, okay, this is happening. I don't mind not getting in a trade. But I did notice on myself, if I have this price action in London and during New York, it does irritate me a little bit more, but not here. Okay, it looks like the 20 to 40 move is going to be to the upside. So let's see now. I guess we have some liquidity to take out. Let's see if the body can get over the 50%, because that's important. Because of these wicks, right? It could just wick up here into the wick and go back down again. You really want the bodies to stay over. So how many times can one breaker be retested that it has a strong value, right? Okay, I guess I'm gonna be stopped out here. Okay, 20 to 40 is gonna take out. It's gonna go over midnight, I guess. Now I'm gonna go over. Yes, we're over. Let's see what's going to happen. I'm not going to take myself out. I have to be stopped out. 324. Yeah. It's retested already. I want to see here. This is a beautiful gap. Look at that in a breaker. Let's see it goes back into that before it goes back up again. Now everybody's going long, and they're going to be stopped out most likely again. Oh. Let's see. 325. Two. Balanced price range here. It's doing the same thing over and over, right? Okay, I want to see how it's going to react, if it's going to bounce off this area here, or it's going to break this area and go further down. Because we sort of made our move already here, and I'm sort of wondering now if this is now the liquidity it can grab. We do have a nice wick here as well. Let's see. It's exactly the same structure, right? Here and here, so it's sort of like becoming a 50-50 thing now. We took liquidity on both. The 3 o'clock took liquidity on both sides. I'm sorry, the 2 o'clock did that. The 3 o'clock is an inside candle now. Oh, well, yeah, the market is, I guess the market might be slow because we already, maybe it hit its weekly objective already, right? Maybe that high, and it just doesn't have much to do in these 3 days. I don't know, we could go higher, but I also could see us go lower. So we just have to wait for more information, but it's, well, yeah, it's sort of like, just consolidating, I guess, a higher time frame. Or is it consolidating? It's sort of more seek and destroy, I guess, because we're not really, we are moved, we're not in consolidation area high term. We are creating a lot of wicks and going back and forth, right? So, I guess we can call this time distortion. Oh, I'm so happy that I'm not in a trade with my live account with this price action. Okay, now let's see if it goes into this little. This is such a. See how it reacts here. Every time I sound like a broken record, but I see bullish structure, but I'm still bearish. If that makes sense. I just want to see one more leg lower. I know there's an order block, but it could go halfway into that order block. To go in this area here. I will be more confident for a long from there than from here, anywhere here. So this inversion, this 150, is doing a pretty good job, I guess. But you know, the more it taps into it, I guess at some point it gets weak, right? You're so annoying today. You would think with so much consolidation already in Asia, because Asia, well, it wasn't actually, if I look at it now, to be honest, Asia wasn't actually really small. It was actually it was really a small area. It was consolidated. It was consolidation, but the area was, okay, it wasn't really that big now. Okay. Yeah, you don't want to trade this, right? You don't want to trade this. But hey, guys, we got a lot of news coming at 8:30, so I think the laxative for the NQ will come, and then let's see. I think it might be a nice AM session. So maybe that's the reason why we haven't had news. I mean, with the government shutdown, I mean, we haven't had a news candle like that for a long time, right? So 8:30 PPI, retail sales, and at 10 we have pending home sales, Richmond Manufacturing Index, which isn't orange, but still could be. So might be interesting. So the question is, will they leave Asia high for PPI, right? Are they going to take it out now? It's something that you could see they can do in 8:30ish. So maybe, yeah, I'm sticking to my, if I'm stopped out, I'm stopped out, that's okay. But I'm just sticking to my trade here. That's all I can ask for today. In London session. Or maybe even one, I should take it here. 870. Well, let's see. 817, what is there? What are you doing there? 817. I've got this level here as well. Well, we'll see. We are literally watching paint dry here. Okay, one more macro, and then if it stays like this, we're just gonna leave it, and we'll wait until pre-market and 8:30 candle, and then hopefully things will get better in the afternoon or in the AM session, New York session. So Abdul, yeah, I think it's also with the news coming. I think they have some maybe they have some wild plans that they're doing this, right? Let's see. I actually would like it if they leave Asia, if they would leave Asia high, not touch. So then it gives us a more an idea what they might do in after the news candle, right? Actually, I would like to see if they actually with the news candle still don't touch it, and then maybe when they're going to that wick, that daily wick, maybe they leave the 8:30 candle goes right to like we go lower a little bit, and then we have a news candle coming in, for example. Then we take it out again, we go high into, or we have the other wick to the downside, right? If you look at the IPTA 60, we still have that wick to the downside. So we have tomorrow, and then Thursday there is no trading, right? And Friday is half day. Okay. So let's see. And also why the market is so slow is the monthly already also met its objective, right? The monthly candle went already into its over the TGIF zone. So the monthly candle has gone up already here. So I've got some stuff here. So let's see. If you look at the monthly, 40% is right over here, 932. So it's hanging around exactly the TGIF level. So it doesn't have to do, the monthly candle has met its objective already, right? It's already retracing back up like it does at the end, like the TGIF does. And now it's just going to most likely bounce around between the 20 and 30%. Maybe goes into this wick here and then goes back into that range. We'll see. That's why I'm also more bearish than bullish at the moment, because we went up, we're over that level. So the monthly candle, it could go to 50, 60%, but I don't know. The books are closed. Settlement price has been done to yesterday, right? We're stuck between two first presented fair value gaps, the one of the midnight and the one of the London. Bodies are not going below the midnight one anymore, or are below, and this one is rejecting that. So one of them will break. Let's see. Oh, we are now below the 3 o'clock, 2 a.m. candles here. I want to stay below 3 now. Come on, you can do it. Stay below 3. Stay below 3. Can you do that? Oh boy, we got the 352, 410 coming. Oh boy. It's exciting. It's like, I feel like Santa Claus is coming. Are we gonna get a move? Like, I'm so excited for maybe a move. Okay, 344, 443. um, Hmm. I'm waiting for this little gap. I want this gap to be filled. I want to see how it reacts there. So when the macro starts, I would think if you want to scalp, I think this in this area might be a quick scalp. I mean, I think it's like 2 minute, 2 second trades. Um, I got a warning when I started out with funded next that I did that I was too my trades were too fast. I'm not doing that anymore on my only on my live account. I do that, but not on my evals because you have to be at least in 20 seconds, right, or 10 seconds. 40% of your trades can be very fast, like in and out. But like a trade like this, I would get in and I would get out right over here because it might spike back up, right? Let's see. It's still a nice trade. Quick 20 points. Is it 20 points? A little bit less. 12, 10 points, 11 points. Now let's see. We're again in this one here. This one has been doing a good job though, but let's see if now it's going to break. I wanted to see it break. It needs to break. I mean, we already went up. If it's going to break now, we're going to get around lower, right? Because this 1 minute breaker has been retested so many times now. 1, 2, 3, 4 times. You're done. You're out. Okay, let's see. It's going to go below this. The first presented, then we're going to get our move now. Am I going to get my move? Most of you are bullish, but I think I'm the only one that is bearish. Oh, come on. Let's see if this breaker is going to hold. I don't think so anymore. I think you're going to break now, right? Are you going to do a job again for the 5th time? No. Pick is going to go. Five. 5 times. You're strong. You are holding up. You are holding up. You're done. You're tired. Come on. That's bearish. Come push now. Go push. Go push. So we didn't reject from this gap here. We were already below it. I think it's ready to go to fall over now. There's a lot of signatures left behind. Flat tops. I think they're gonna, I mean, with all that news coming, I think they're gonna leave Asia high. It's too late now to get Asia. I mean, they could still do it until 4, right? Let's see if this breaker is gonna, I mean, that will be a breaker retest 5 times, an old breaker, an old 1 minute breaker. I have not seen that a lot. It could be. I mean, it's the first time for everything, right? It's going to be low resistance now, finally. Are we getting it? Are we getting it? I might just, let me see if it's worth it. Okay, you have to break now. Your name is a breaker, so you need to break to the other side now. You've done your job. You've done your job. You can go. You can go to rest now. Say bye bye. Say bye. Go say bye bye. Say bye. Bye. I'm tired. Go sleep. Oh, come on now. A little bit faster. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. God, this 1 minute breaker is just so resilient, to say the least. We could learn. Oh, okay, I think it's growing now. It's like, wow, give me some of that power. It just doesn't go knockout. It just doesn't want to go. Now you're going. Yes, you're ready to go. I think this has been my longest. Well, it's a paper trade though, but it's been one of the longest I've been in London. I've never been in a trade this long in London. And now we can move this one. There we go. I'm actually fed up. I don't want to be not stopped. If it goes back up, I want to be stopped out, to be honest, in this trade. I'm fed up with this trade. Even though it's a paper trade, I feel really I'm like, okay, now get it over and done with. Because even though if it spikes back up and it stops me out, get me out of there, please. This is torture. I think this is my level good. Am I solid? I think it's a good level. Maybe I should put it here, 862. It's gonna be, yeah, I mean, okay, it's running. I've got one micro running from here when it retested this. I need some money for this weight. It needs me to pay a little bit. Yeah. Hallelujah. Thank you. Okay, break, and then give us a big, nice little juicy candle now. Let's see some good movement. I think I'm going to do a little bit higher just to make sure that I'm not 861. I just want to make sure that I'm not 862. Just want to make sure get my hallelujah. Thank God. So I just put it a little bit low, higher, just because it's so unpredictable now. But I think we're going to get a nice run. Distribution candle, baby. There we go. 4-hour distribution. I love distribution. Are we safe? Just wondering if I should take it off. If it's 54. Give it a little bit more. Give it one push. And walk to Event Horizon, ping pong Monday, ping pong Tuesday. Oh, thank God, hallelujah. Let's see how far it goes. Whew, that was a long trade and a very tiring trade as well. I mean, it gets sort of annoying at some point, right? Yeah. Yeah, Philip, I'm a distribution trader, so I typically trade larger distribution moves. So this is what I usually do. So that's why that's why I look at the 4 hour candle a lot, because I'm waiting for the distribution move of that 4 hour. Yeah, so I have, I think last month most of my trades were over 50. I technically don't, I'm not interested. Let me rephrase. I wasn't interested. I got to a point I wasn't interested in 20 points, 30 points moves, but now I need to do, I think when I'm on stream, I do need to do that again. But I like those larger moves, yes. Um, But I think once you start understanding the order flow a little bit better, you are able to expand that a little bit. Um, but sometimes I have the manipulation move wrong, and then I'm like aiming for a large, and it's just a manipulation move, and I get stopped out. Sometimes in profit, sometimes not, because I'm like, oh, it's going to go higher, but then it's just sort of like you have a manipulation on manipulation, and then you have it wrong, right? This one was tricky though, I must honestly say. But for me, what was giving it away was on the 4 hour. Let me go over why I had confidence in the short and not in the long. Um, so like I said, this was a manipulation that we were in, right? But it made me unsure at some point as well. Like, oh, are we really? But I was like, no, this has to be a distribution candle to the downside, because we also opened lower than the close here. That was one. Now it doesn't always have to be that way. Let me rephrase that. It's more often than not when you open lower than the previous candle, we are going to continue it. Not always, but most of the time. Let's say 70 to 80%, right? So it's not a given, but it helps you when you are building confluences. So I was stacking my confluences with this trade. Like I said, I'm still bearish, but the order flow is bullish. But that was because we were in this wick, like we were forming this manipulation wick on the 4 hour. So you always have to keep the higher time frame in mind. Okay, what is it doing? And even though you get like, oh my God, I'm still, it's sort of like messing with your mind. Am I wrong? It looks really bullish, but then no, it's just forming that manipulation wick, right? And then also for me, like I said, ping pong Monday and Tuesday, the market moves in ranges between the N walks and the event horizon. So once you are seen this price action above it, and I said it from the beginning of the stream, we are below it now, and you can see the wicks on the higher. Yes, we went above it, but that's on the higher time frame. It becomes a wick, right? And on the lower time frame, it's price action, but you always have to remember it's forming wicks. So that's why I had confidence. Also, because of this price action already, we were continuing to the downside, right? And it went exactly to the midpoint. So my initial TP would have been okay, but I just got a little bit, once you get too long in this price action, you it tires you a little bit. I mean, that's what happens to me. Even though it was most of the time, I did take it on my account, but most of the time on screen it was a paper trade, right? Because I didn't trust the market. But I still managed to take that trade from here to here. I raised it a little bit. It's not really such a big move, is it? How many points is it? Let me see. Took it to here. This is a small trade for me, to be honest. It's 30 points. And you know, I said it in the beginning of the stream as well. I didn't like it when it got stopped out. I think I want to retest of this first percent fair value gap. So actually, I should have been in here and just, you know. But then again, how many stop outs would I had? One, two, and maybe this one should have been the one I got in. But when I see this, I also get nervous. Like, oh, it's flat. It's gonna go a wick again into it. So I didn't get in. But then it was lower, and we are below 3 o'clock. Then we were below 2 o'clock. Where's the 2 o'clock? I said, well, are we below 2 o'clock? Oh, 2 o'clock was here. Yeah. So that was the only confusion. So it's a small trade. It's just not too much, but it's okay. I mean, it was not easy. I mean, it was really. I mean, hey, SMC Charter was long, and I know he knows his level. I mean, if somebody can trade, it's him. And he got stopped. Well, he got stopped out in profit, but you know, it was not an easy trade, to be honest. It was very, you know, it was wicks. But yeah, the distribution move. How many points could I had? It's not that big. Well, so for me, this was should have been the range, but then again, it was very wicky. I got half of it, almost half. Yeah. So that's So now I would, you guys, in all honesty, because there's 8:30 news coming, I would be careful now, because for me, I don't have any edge now, because for me the edge is between the NWORK and the event horizon, and being this 4-hour candle. I was okay. We're going to get a distribution move on the 4-hour, but then I was thinking, yeah, this is the edge that I can calculate in, and also because we had this, like I say, was it on the 15? I said I wanted to go in the midpoint of this order block, right? Now it did. So I don't have any edge right now, to be honest. That was all I could calculate for the London session. I do have lower, higher levels, but I think, okay, we're going to get news. So what is it going to do now? Is it just going to futz around in this area? Going to break further down? It could, but it also could not. It could go into, look here, we have consolidation on the 15. Now what to expect when you have consolidation on this side? We got here. It's going to do the same. So we got like 1, 2, 3, 4 candles. It's going to be an hour of consolidation here. Then it's 5 o'clock, right? So then it's like only 2.5 hours, 3.5 hours before the news. Yeah, you can trade, but I would be careful. So what's going to, so at least you can have another hour of consolidation here, because it mimics the left, right? So if you have information on the left, use it. Look what's happening. We took out liquidity. We're now going into this mean threshold. We went into it. This was my TP, right? Exactly here. It reached it. I got nervous. I raised my TP a little bit, but that's okay. I mean, I just want to be stopped. I just want to be that my TP was hit. I didn't want to wait because it was so wicky. But my TP was exactly where I thought it would be. 0 point. No, not really. A few points off, by the way. Let me just see. I had it here. I had it here. It's a few points off. See, that's why I always take it higher, because you could be wrong. So I took it, but I raised it all the way up here. So instead of here. But you see, it did not really take out the midpoint even. It did go to the 25% level. Now this 25% level was a wick, right? Let's see, which wick was it? I think it was in the 4-hour. No, not within the 1 hour. Yeah, it was this wick here. So these gradients here. Now there's a little gap there down. If it goes lower, there's a gap on the 1 hour. Take note of that. 847. I'm gonna make an. If it hasn't gone in it yet, I want it on my chart. Yeah. Here we go. That's it. Okay. Now we can take this one off because this one has done its job. Um, yeah, there's more levels. I mean, let's see how it reacts into this. We could have a continuation down further, right? But it could also hold this order block. So we're at 0. Well, we are not at 0.5 yet. So sort of like if it's been calculated correctly, right? You could always be off with your calculation. But like I said here, we went above the 250-ish. We have retracement to the 150. So we have a move to the upside. It could also be enough for it to go further back up now, right? So for me, it's hard to read now if it's going to go up or down. So I'm just like, I'm done for now. And I'm looking forward to the 8:30 news candle and see what it does, because the news candle gives me a lot of info. I use the news candle all day. I get a lot of information out of I calculate a lot of levels out of the news candle. So I'm looking forward to the first, I think it's the first one after the government shutdown, a normal one, I guess. So I'm looking forward to that. Let me see. Does anyone have a question before I log off? Does anyone have a question of price action? Something you want me to go over? Is everything clear? No questions? Okay, yes. So guys, yesterday I had an emergency thing with my mother, so I had to take a phone call. So I just didn't want to have any distractions. So I changed the time very shortly before. So my apologies for that. So I moved it to the PM. So that won't happen today. So I just could not attend or not available. So yeah. So um, I'll start the stream at 9:45 because I don't want to trade before 10 o'clock, but there will be more information. I will post that in the Discord. Discord is for people that want to join. I've put it in the description. After the news candle release, I'll make sure to post some things in the Discord if there's interesting things going on. And yeah, I do want to start at 10 o'clock, but sometimes my streams tend to be very long. So if I start too soon, it's just really a long time, and I tend to sometimes go into the lunch PM sessions in a stream. So that's why, and I don't want to trade before 10 o'clock. I try not to. So that's why I start 9:45. So I can. It's a two-way thing. Then I can go on a little bit longer, and I just have better. My trades are I just do better wise. My stats are just better if I don't trade before 10. But anyway, that's it for now, guys. So no, I don't see any questions. If anyone wants to join the Discord, the link should be in the description. And I think that's it for today. I hope you're still awake after this long trade. It was really a nasty. But look at this on the 15 minute. It's just nasty back and forth. So it wasn't easy. Anyway, but I need to do some. I need some food to get some food in the house because I ran out of a lot of things. And it looks pretty bearish now. But anyway, we'll see. I just want to know, did people take that short? Just before I go, I'm just curious. Were you short? Did anyone take that short? Okay, well, anyway, guys, thank you again for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. And I see there are some people that subscribe again. Thank you so much for that, especially. And I really, really, really appreciate that, and it's just so much fun. I had fun again, even though it was a tiring price action. It was always fun. So I see you later today. I wish you well. Stay safe, and yeah, be aware of the 8:30 news, guys. Ciao, ciao.